The fourth episode of the Mighty Ducks Game Changers came out today. Well, as you're watching it, it'll be yesterday, and so far this show has been pretty fun overall. I'm reviewing every single episode, every single week it comes out, and I have to give a spoiler warning just because I go through the entire episode. And honestly, this episode was probably one of the better ones, I think. Like, no episodes I think have been really bad. Like, they've just been kind of like good, like pretty good to good, alright-ish. But this one's probably higher up there, and I think this was a pretty fun episode. That's just the thing, and it had some good messages in it. That's what I like. Like, yes, they're very much on the nose and very in your face about it, but it's okay, I think. But just jumping into it, Evan, Nick, and Koob, I think that's his name, have a sleepover, like the goalie, basically the new Goldberg, have a sleepover, and basically Koob is addicted to his phone, and because, I mean, obviously the first time we met him, he was just the goalie online and all that, and we see how he's addicted to it, and Nick's moms take away their phone at 10 o'clock, I think it is, and Nick's moms are just like perfectly casted, really remind me of Nick, so that's a good job. And it leads into one of the funniest scenes in this episode where they say that their moms really like show tunes. So Koob sings I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis, and it's really funny. It's like, where did this come from? Out of nowhere, they do like this stealth thing to get his phone back, and then it's at 1%, and then it dies as, of course, the camera sees it, and then he's like all happy, oh, I don't need screen, so it's like a very quick turn, but it's a good message. And then we have Evan's friend. She was the girl on the Ducks, and now she's going to the Don't Bothers, which still, like, they should really fix that name. That's one thing, but I get it. And she still hasn't told her parents about the team, and then she forges their signature just to get on. She's practicing, and then she's late to one of the Ducks practices, and then when she takes off her coat, she has the jersey on of the Don't Bothers, and then she like runs out. It's like this slightly over dramatic scene, but you come to expect that here. But then it's kind of sweet, we see her parents and how strict they are or whatever, and then they make a deal because her mom says that the Don't Bothers are losers, and then the base, like the main part of this episode is like the moms tournament versus the Ducks and the Don't Bothers, and the moms have to do like target practice, skating, like slap shot and all that, and like the slap shot is the big thing, and it's Alex, Evan's mom, and like the coach against her boss here, and it's quite fun. It's fun to see. And then there's a alright scene with Gordon Bombay, Alex, and then her boss and her boss's husband, and they go out to like this fancy place, and Gordon and Alex are like, oh, okay, this is kind of weird. They say like it was not fun at all, whatever. It's just funny. And then during the mom's challenge or tournament or whatever you want to call it, Dylan Playfair, who's like the coach of the other team who plays Riley in Letterkenny, which it's always nice to see him. Such amazing casting here. He's like the announcer, and he announces everything. I mean, that's what announcers do. And then it's actually pretty close. Like, it's surprisingly close between both teams, and then the Ducks take the lead, and then it goes down to the slapshot contest, and Gordon Bombay and Alex were like practicing before, and she like channels her anger into it, like the basic coach thing, but oh well. And then they have this, and then it seems like her boss is winning, and then Alex, I guess this was gonna happen, but there was like a little twist. I was like, okay, it's what's gonna happen is that she's gonna do really bad, and then get the last one. And then she did. She hits 41 miles per hour, and then the boss cut 40, which is like a new record for her. But then the one who's like not the coach of the other team, but like who's on the bench is like recording it, and then he sees that Alex's foot went over the lines, and that like doesn't count or whatever, so the Ducks technically win. And the deal was that Evan, I still can't remember the girl's name, but like Evan's friend, who's going between teams. If the Don't Bothers win, she goes on their team, and then if the Ducks win, she stays on the Ducks, and then obviously the Ducks win. And then her dad like sees her, the excitement on her face, whatever he says, when the Don't Bothers thought they win, so he's like, I haven't seen you that happy in a while, so he signed the sheet. Now she's on the team. It was a fun episode overall. There are plenty of moments where it's way too over dramatized, and I mean, it's alright. It's a fun show. It's directed more to young kids. It has good messages. The performances are all, like, they're not really annoying. Like, even the kids are still not annoying, I think. I think they're quite funny overall, and that I Dreamed a Dream scene was awesome. And I recommend checking the show out if you're a fan of the movies, and if you're not, well, then why would you check it out? But I'm going to give episode 4 of the Mighty Ducks Game Changers a 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, it was fun. Nothing special, show isn't going to be, but I know that already. I'm excited to see where the rest of it goes, although I can take a little bit of a guess, but it's a fun 30-minute watch every week. It's like, it's not wasting your time, at least I don't think. If you don't really like the show, I can understand it. I go into it without like massive expectations. I know this is not going to be as good as like The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I actually watched today, or was the day you're watching it yesterday. I just know it's supposed to be a fun show overall, and for me, I'm having a good time with it. But what did you think of this episode? What do you think of the show overall? Let me know all that in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.